happened here? This guy's going 40. Come on, bro. Alright, I get asked this question a lot, and that's how do I play music videos while driving? Well, I'll tell you quickly how I do it. It's with a 12-volt relay, and how I found out is by Soundman out there on YouTube. He showed a tutorial of how to install the 12-volt relay, and the whole reason I even was looking up to do a 12-volt relay is I was actually going to pay somebody to install my double den. And I told them I wanted to be able to watch music videos, and they told me, oh, that's illegal, you can't watch music videos. I'm like, so why would I pay you $1,200 to install a double den if you can't make it so I can watch music videos? So that's when I went out to YouTube, found there's a kick-ass video out there on how to install a double den, which that's what I did myself. So I went ahead and I installed the double den myself. What I did is I wired a USB cord that goes into my glove box, and I can show you that here now. So right here is the USB stick, and I say glove box, but I meant center console. So there it is. All I did is file a hole right through here, ran the cord here, and then you plug the USB into this. Works very well. Now after the USB's in the glove box, all I do is I put music videos on the USB stick, and then I can play them. And what's nice about it is I don't have to flip any switch. There's nothing I have to do. All I have to do is get in the car and it automatically plays. So I like that the 12-volt relay makes everything very automatic, so you don't have to flip switches. So I'll go ahead and show you Soundman, the video that I watched on how to do the 12-volt relay. And if you're curious, this DVD player, double den, is pretty old. It's 5 years old. But I'm sure the 12-volt relay still works on newer units, so if you get a newer head unit, I think this is discontinued. After 5 years, you can't get a hold of it if you wanted to. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you Soundman's video on what he did and how this 12-volt relay works.
Hey guys, we're going to show you the bypass for the new Pioneer AVHP 4200 DVD. Okay, so we're going to show you what happens. I got a movie in here. I got a switch for the key. So this is going to simulate turning the key on. Movie's in. This is not bypassed. When you turn the key on, this is what you see if it's not bypassed. Reading the format. This is the error message you see. Viewing prohibited. Okay? So what we're going to do is bypass this. And I'll show you how. First, let's take a look at the back of the unit. I'll explain some of these connections. This brown plug right here, brown RCA in, is for your rear view camera. These are your pre-outs. So this is the rear pre-out for an amplifier. This is the front pre-out for the amplifier. And this is the subwoofer pre-out. This is new to the 4200. This wasn't on the previous model, which was the 4100. This is a navigation input. So you can add navigation to this unit, which is really cool. These three plugs right here are audio and video inputs, so you can hook up a video game system, PS3 or Xbox 360 or something. You got your video in and your audio in. Here you have a rear video out for a rear screen. And over here there's a rear audio out. So you can hook up like a wireless headphone transmitter to it. This is a wired remote input. That'll let you integrate your factory steering wheel controls into this unit to work it. This is the IP bus in. This is for adding XM or Sirius satellite radio. This over here is an auxiliary in, so you have a 3.5 in, and here's a USB input for the iPod cable. And here's your power harness. And this green wire is the parking brake wire. Okay? Now, you can't just permanently ground this, because what's going to happen is if the unit turns on when this is grounded, it's going to give you that same error message. We need to ground this after the unit's on. Some people you could use a toggle switch that you have to turn on every time you turn your key on. You turn the key on, then you flip the switch. But we're going to show you how to bypass it without a toggle switch. Now here is a 12-volt relay. This is just a standard 12-volt relay. You can get it at any stereo shop or alarm shop. You know, it's a pretty basic relay. What we're going to do is we're going to hook up wires to the top pin and the side pin, either side pin. It doesn't matter which one, okay? These side pins turn the relay on. So once there's voltage, it clicks the relay on. This side can be ground or this side can be ground, okay? Just one side needs to be grounded. Doesn't matter which side. So I usually ground pins 86, which is the side one, and 87, which is the top one. Can you see that? Now we're going to take a wire and hook it to this side one, and this is going to go to the remote wire of the head unit. Okay, this is also an amplifier turn on or a power antenna turn on. We're going to use it to turn the relay on because this wire gets power after the unit sees power. So the key turns on, the unit sees power, and then this sees power afterwards. So what that's going to do is it's going to ground the parking brake wire after the unit turns on, so you don't have to flip a switch. So basically what happens is when the relay turns on, it connects the bottom and top pins together. Okay? So now we're going to show you how that works. Now this unit's already hooked up, so this is our ground. We're just going to simply tie this ground from the relay into the radio's ground. So the unit's going to be grounded in the car, then we're tying an additional ground in for the relay. Alright? Did I explain that this would turn on an amp too at the same time? So this, if you want to turn your amp on or a power antenna, you can still tie another wire into this and it'll turn the relay on and it'll turn the amplifier or your power antenna on. So now what we get when we turn the key on, unit turns on and then the relay clicks slightly after the unit turns on. That's what we need. It's reading the format. It's going to see it's a DVD. And now we get a different message up with the OK button. So now you can just hit OK and the movie's playing. Okay, so you can just turn your key on and it's permanently bypassed. You know, and that's it, man. That's a bypass on the 4200 DVD. Is that pretty much everything? What else do we get questions on all the time?
Most likely it's going to be similar to the 3200 DVD.
Also. Oh yeah, this will also do the new 3200 DVD. AVHP 3200 BT. What is that? I guess there's an AVHP 3200 BT. There's a 3200 version with Bluetooth in that'll also bypass that for audio or video input from the iPod because that one doesn't have a DVD player. So that's it, man. So yeah, just to go over it one more time. Pin 86 and 87 get grounded. Pin 85 goes to the blue remote wire. Parking brake wire goes to pin 30. These two side pins can be switched. It'll still work. You just want to make sure these two pins, one gets power, one gets ground, and that's going to turn on the relay to connect these two pins together. So that's all we're doing. We're just this relay is grounding the parking brake after the unit turns on because you don't want to ground it before the unit turns on. It doesn't want to bypass that way. That's it. Do it.